My name is bradyONE, and this is my world record speedrun of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time to defeat Ganon in just 6 minutes and 57 seconds. This is the world's fastest completion of the final boss. It is an accumulation of hundreds of hours in practice and effort. I really hope you enjoyed this speedrun. This run is going to be taking advantage of a glitch known as stale reference manipulation, or SRM for short. SRM is an extremely powerful glitch and requires very few items to do it. In fact, throughout this entire run, I'm only going to be collecting a total of 4 items before I head to Ganon. The first thing I'm going to be doing here is collecting the Kokiri sword, while collecting rupees along the way. I'm going to need to collect 55 rupees throughout this route in order to buy a shield and Deku nuts from the shop. The sword and shield I'm mostly just getting to move Mido out of the way of the hallway, but the Deku nuts will be for a cool glitch we're going to be performing later on. Throughout this run, you're going to see me doing a lot of backwalking, side hopping, and rolling, which are some of the fastest movement that Link can do in the game. Now that I've successfully made my way to the sword, I'm going to be coming up on the most frustrating part of the run. In order to collect 55 rupees in a timely manner, I have to get at least 7 rupees from cutting the bushes which are outside the crawl space area. This is only a 14% chance, meaning that more than 85% of my runs I have to immediately reset after cutting bushes because of RNG. This means that I only get around 3 to 4 runs every hour that I'm able to continue. Thankfully this time though, the bushes were nice to me and dropped me the 7 rupees that I needed in order to continue. Now that I've collected those rupees, I'm going to be performing a frame-perfect bridge flip where I flip around onto this bridge and jump slash just at the right moment in order to clip through. Now that I've completed the most difficult part of the early game, all I need to do is finish collecting all the rupees I need and make my way to the Kokiri shop. After the shop, we're going to be approaching the most complicated portion of the run, so I'll try my best to explain it now. The glitch I'm going to be using is a specific form of SRM, known as light node SRM. This form of SRM works by hijacking the function responsible for managing lights in the game and overwriting it with our own values. From a practical standpoint, I need Link to pick up an unloaded rock without the game realizing it's unloaded, so it continues to copy the position and rotation even though it doesn't exist. After I equip my Deku Nuts and my Deku Shield, I have to make a tough little jump over a stone and then get over to Mido to move him out of the way. The first thing I'm going to be doing here in the hallway is killing a Deku Baba in order to get a Deku Stick. I'm going to be using an oversight in the game's code which allows Deku Sticks to actually deal Master Sword damage to Ganon. Now that I've obtained the weapon I'm going to be using in order to kill Ganon, I press C up, target, and R all on the same frame in order to get return A off that Deku Baba. Now I'm moving around in this kind of funky C-up state. This is super important because the next glitch I will be doing typically locks the camera, but this return A state that Link is in right now makes it so the camera does not actually get locked when I do this glitch. This glitch is known as walking while talking. As I enter the crawl space and then immediately exit, I'm going to be rapidly mashing A and then throw a Deku Nut. This locks the camera onto the sign and allows me to move around while reading it. Now at a specific angle I'm going to make my way over to the rock, which by slashing it I will cancel return A and snap the camera back to the sign. Now I have an unloaded rock in my hands, and by taking this rock into a new room I will have successfully given Link a stale reference to memory, so I'm able to write data exactly to where I want in the code. Off screen, I'm currently blindly navigating my way back to the hallway, using a metronome I have playing in my ears so I can make specific directional inputs at certain times. Once I reappear, I'm going to need to get the exact value of Y43 in my joystick to get angle ACA 0. I immediately drop the rock, and the game looks at the first half of my file name, which points to the entrance table, and the second half of my file name, which is a valid pointer containing the value 4F. Now that I void out between the gap and the Deku tree, I'm going to get brought to scene 4F, which is the Ganon battle scene. Now it's vital that I void out here instead of entering a loading zone, as this allows me to skip the very long collapse cutscene before Ganon. Shoutouts to speedrunner and glitch hunter Cairo for finding this route a few months ago and helping me with the explanation for this video. It's very complex, and I wouldn't say I have a super detailed understanding of it, but I hope I was reasonably accurate enough in my explanation. Now, coming up on this Ganon fight, it's one of the simpler parts of the run, but it is made exceedingly difficult because of the nerves. Often I only get a few runs on good pace to Ganon every session, so my heartbeat is racing. The Ganon fight essentially comes down to getting first try infinite sword glitch twice, before Ganon has time to hit you. Infinite sword glitch is a relatively easy trick, but it's still frame perfect, so it can be a choke point for me in runs sometimes. To try and help with the nerves, I'm repeatedly doing the infinite sword glitch during the cutscene, so that way when the cutscene ends I'll be able to get it first try. Looking at my splits at this point, I'm able to see I'm only 1 second off of my best pace ever, so it's very important that I get this as I don't know when my next opportunity for a run is going to be. I managed to get infinite sword glitch first try, and I run between Ganon's legs so I can slash the bottom of his tail. After dealing 3 hits to Ganon with Master Sword jump slash damage, we enter the second phase of the battle. Thankfully, even though I never obtained the Master Sword at any point of this run, Ganon assumes you should still have it and hits it out of Link's hand. Now all I need to do here is jump slash Ganon and get the infinite sword glitch one last time, which fortunately I'm successful with. At this point, I'm just trying to keep my hands steady as I know the run is pretty much over. I just need to deal one last hit to Ganon. At this point, I take a peek over at my timer and see I'm 2 seconds ahead of world record pace, but I try not to allow myself to celebrate until I successfully finish the final input. And there you have it, beating the final boss of Ocarina of Time in just 6 minutes and 57 seconds. This run is an accumulation of hundreds of hours I've spent practicing Light Note SRM, and I'm very satisfied with this time. Even though I made a couple small movement mistakes early in the run, I'm overall very happy to complete a run that had almost no major time loss. This is probably my best Ocarina of Time speedrun I've ever done. Now before I go, there's a bunch of people I want to thank for making this run possible. First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to Cairo, who found this new method of warping to Ganon just a few months ago. It seems there's a very good chance this will be the fastest way to warp to Ganon for many years to come. I've really appreciated all his help and support he's given me with this route. I also want to shout out speedrunner Amate Seru. Amate Seru got the first ever sub-7 time with this route of 6 minutes and 59 seconds, which really motivated me to come back and try to take the world record and push my time even further. Lastly, I want to give a shout out to the Ocarina of Time speedrunning Discord community for all the help over the years. I've really gotten a lot of help from them, both from an understanding of the game perspective and improving my own runs. I still feel like I'm learning new things about this game every day, and I'm really grateful for all the community's given me. Thank you so much for watching this speedrun. I know this style of SRM speedrunning isn't for everybody, but I've really grown to appreciate how amazing it is the things that can be accomplished in Ocarina of Time. I hope you enjoyed this commentary video. If you did end up enjoying this video, I'd really appreciate leaving a like and subscribing as it helps my channel grow a lot. That about does it for me though. Have a great day, everybody.